Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, it's me, Anggi Angelina. Today, I will review a journal. The assignment to review this journal was made for listening comprehension course by Mr. Benny Satria. So, the journal I will be reviewing is entitled Improving Students Listening Comprehension by Teaching Connected Speech. This journal was published in May 2019 at Universitas Islam Negeri Araniri, Banda Aceh, Indonesia. This journal was written by Siti Musfirah, Khairil Razali, and Yuliar Masna. And there are several parts that I will convey about this journal. The first is introduction, the second is methodology, and the last one is the conclusion. All right, now we go to the first part is introduction. According to Gilakjani and Saburi, 2016, due to the fact that listening is perceptive skill, it is considered unimportant for many courses, and most of the teachers do not pay attention for these skills since it assumed easier than other skills consequently. Many students have a variety of problems in listening comprehension. A number of researches carried out on students' obstacles in listening have pointed out that the obstacles faced by English as a foreign language, or EFL. Learners in English are understanding and recognizing the words, understanding rapid speech, and typical native speaker inclines to be fast in delivering speech, including connected speech features like elision, assimilation, with form construction, and intrusion. Particularly, it is hard to understand what the speaker said because they will connect one word or phrase to another in which the sounds will disappear or be changed by the surrounding sounds, and sometimes they speak in chunks. Based on the issue mentioned above, students should bear in mind that the typical native English speaker usually tends to speak quickly and connects one word to another. Moreover, in the use of real language, the sentences contain very complicated procedures that produce considerable phonological change, which are called the aspect of connected speech. Those aspects are such as contraction, intrusion, elision, assimilation, and weak forms. Unfortunately, the aspects of connected speech are not really familiar to students since they were never taught about it by the teacher. Therefore, it is important to introduce and teach connected speech or reduced forms to the English as a foreign language learners. It is because many studies show that teaching connected speech can help students understand the speech with fast delivery. Okay, the next part is methodology. There are several methodologies used in this journal, including research design, participants and setting, and data collection and procedure. In research design, the researcher used a quantitative research design in order to find the data and the results of the test in which the researcher has done in the field. The design of this research was pre-experimental research design, namely the one group, pre-test, post-test model design. The procedure design of pre-experimental research was that the sample was given the pre-test at the beginning of the meeting, and post-test at, at the end of the meeting. In short, the success of the treatment was scored after comparing the pretest to the post-test result. Then the researcher distributed the questionnaires after giving the post-test in order to get the additional information to fulfill the research. Therefore, in participant and setting, this research was conducted on students of the 11th grade who study at private Islamic Senior High School Darul Ihsan. It is because Darul Ihsan is a boarding school providing their students with listening and speaking classroom, which differs from other schools that only have an English classroom in general. Moreover, the sample of this research was 30 students of class 11F that was chosen purposefully since the class had a lot of problems in listening classroom. As stated by an English teacher of Darul Ihsan. In data collection and procedure, there were some techniques of data collection used in this research. The first one is experimental teaching. The researcher conducted experimental teaching before applying post-tests for fourth meeting. In the first meeting, the students were given the pre-test before the treatment in order to measure their understanding of listening comprehension. In the second and third meeting, the researcher did the treatment in which the researchers taught the students about connected speech aspect and gave them some exercises. In the last meeting, the researchers gave the post-test in order to see the improvement in listening comprehension after being taught connected speech. At the end of the class, the questionnaires were distributed. The second is tests. Tests in this research were given to see the extent of their success in listening comprehension before and after the treatment. The test included two phases. The first one is the test of listening comprehension, and the second is the dictation test. Both of the tests consider 10 questions for each comprehension and dictation test that would be used in pre-test and post-test. In the dictation test, the students were asked to listen to audio and asked to fill in the blank with what they heard. Furthermore, the instrument used to test students' comprehension and dictation test was extracted from Developing Tactics for Listening book, third edition by Jack C. Richards, 2010, published by Oxford University Press. And the last one is questionnaires. The researcher distributed the questionnaires in order to get the additional information from students about connected speech to see whether students interest in listening increases after being taught connected speech. The questionnaires were distributed after both experimental teaching and tests completed. The questionnaire of this research consists of 7 closed-ended questions. All right, next. Now we go to the last part, which is the conclusion. In conclusion, teaching connected speech in the listening classroom helped the students to solve their problems in listening comprehension, and it was effective in improving their listening ability as shown in the students' mean scores in both pre and post test. The mean score of pretest was 39.53, and the mean score of the post-test was 53.990. Moreover, the T-score revealed that the score was higher than T-table, and thus he was accepted. In addition, the students' interest in learning listening also increased after being taught the aspects of connected speech as increased after being taught the aspect of connected speech as the majority, 98.1% of the students have positive perception, and while only 1.9% of them were negative. All right, I think that's all I can say about this journal. I apologize if there are some mispronunciation. Thank you for your kind attention and your time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Goodbye.